CBBC.
Last time on Scorpion Island in the Divider. All the adventurers threw themselves into a bid to lead Sting and Claw.
No!
But some of them crossed the line.
I crushed them slightly in my hand, so when I throw them, they would easily crash. I panicked.
When the dust had settled, Natty proved herself the most valuable adventurer and brought home the silver crab, a precious island treasure.
Natty. She became the first team captain of Team Sting, and James, the very first captain of Team Claw.
Today is a new dawn, and tough decisions await them as they must choose the rest of their teammates, one by one.
I'm really sorry.
And if that won't be pressure enough, Natty and James will face off in an island challenge high in the treetops.
Who will keep their head? Who will strike first? No! And which of the captains will lead their new team to victory?
It could only be Scorpion Island.
Welcome to Scorpion Island. It may look like a tropical paradise, but it has a huge sting in its tail. I'm Marlene.
And I'm Johnny, and there are two teams on this devious island attempting to escape its clutches.
However, the pressure is mounting as only one team can escape on the final day.
Scorpion Island relishes in its splendid isolation and uses its natural world as its impenetrable defense system.
The island is teeming with life, its precious treasure.
In recent times, an adventurer came from far across the seas. He was a fortune hunter whose mission it was to plunder the island of its legendary treasure.
He took on the island's challengers and succeeded. But when he failed in his final escape, the furious island mischievously captured the fortune hunter's spirit and locked it away.
Now, 10 adventurers must follow the path he created. Their mission, to escape the island. They must battle it out in terrifying challenges, and the victors will win an island treasure.
The more that they win, the greater advantage they will have in the final race to escape.
Both teams don't want to let the fortune hunter down. They know that he failed in his mission to escape, and they don't want to be stuck on this island forever.
Nope. Now, at the Island Fire last night, the first two team captains for Sting and Claw were announced, and it was down to them to pick their new teammates.
It's time to find out which adventurers are going to be in Claw and Sting.
Congratulations, Natty and James. You are the new team captains for Sting and for Claw. Now it's time for you to pick your teams.
Natty and James have won the honour, but also the unenviable task of picking their new teammates. In the last island challenge, adventurers had to aim rocks at a bullseye, and their best shot has dictated the order in which they'll be picked. They must step up, two at a time, and the captains will take it in turns to choose an adventurer to join them.
In score order, starting with the boys, Zach and Peter step onto the island.
Where will their loyalties lie? Zach and Peter both hold treasures. Zach has the Silver Eagle, Peter has the Scorpion.
Natty, you must choose your teammate.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I really don't know. Trying to think of everyone's skills, like, so don't be offended, I'm picking you out of, like, you know, what I've seen. I I think I'm going to have to go with Peter. I'm really sorry.
Zach, you join James.
Sorry if you didn't want my team.
Jordan and Dylan, please step onto the island.
Jordan holds the Cactus Island treasure.
James, please choose your teammate.
Yeah, but Jordan's really good. But Dylan's really good as well. Come on, Dylan. I think Dylan will have to. We're going to choose Dylan.
Dylan, please join Claw. Jordan, welcome to Sting. Lizzie and Katie, please step onto the island.
Lizzie holds the Silver Pit Viper.
Natty, please choose your teammate.
Katie.
Katie, please join Sting. Lizzie, please join Claw.
Eleanor and Jeremy, please step forward onto the island. James, you must now decide.
I'm going to pick Eleanor.
Join your team.
Yay!
Well done, guys. Welcome to your new teams. Team Sting, Team Claw.
The legendary teams are now set in stone.
Team Sting are Natty, Peter, Jordan, Katie and Jeremy. Natty has picked wisely and Sting have 3 island treasures.
Team Claw are James, Zach, Dylan, Lizzie and Eleanor. But has James let his heart rule his head? He chose Dylan over Jordan, who holds an island treasure. But no one said picking teammates was going to be easy.
It was really difficult choosing because, you know, when they come out, they're looking at you like with those big eyes and they're going, oh, please pick me. And you just have to tell them, I'm sorry, but I want the other person.
There's 3 boys in the Sting team. We are 11, 12 and 13. Well, it was really hard choosing all the people because Jordan and Dylan were in the same batch and I really wanted both of them. And so I had to really guess one.
We're in Sting. And this is the best team Scorpion Island has ever found. And by the way, just so it proves it, we got 3 island treasures and they've got 2. I feel really happy that I'm in Sting because they're all really nice people. My new teammates, so far we've been getting on really well. We are Sting!
The captains now have the task of getting their chosen adventurers to work together as a successful team.
It's a fresh start with 2 fresh teams and the new captains already have to make another choice. The choice of camps.
So, you gotta choose which camp you want.
Tree camp.
There's a camp all the way. Okay.
Shake it, James.
That's a show of bad character.
He's not sure that.
The captains have gone for familiar territory. Natty has chosen the girls' old camp, while James has chosen the boys' camp.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
They know these camps well, and they'll be a good base for talking tactics.
Oh man, we're in Sting.
So now the biggest challenge yet faces the captains. Can they get once sworn enemies to become trusted teammates?
Right, guys, we are now Team Claw. Come on, we Sting! Come on, we Sting!
New teams Sting and Claw still have a long road ahead of them. Destination, escape.
The newly formed Sting and Claw may be beginning to bond, but they have yet to take on the island, which is throwing twists and challenges in their path at every turn.
The fortune hunter once faced these challenges, and he knows that only those that can now pull together quickly and work as a team can escape this treacherous island and free his spirit. He has left a system of clues in a symbol ring to help them on their way.
But once again, the island is furious that the fortune hunter is attempting to help the newly formed Sting and Claw and has smashed the ring into pieces. And now, they must attempt to piece the shards of the symbol ring back together in the fastest time.
3, 2, 1, go!
With each day that passes, the island makes the puzzle more complicated to solve. There are 8 pieces of symbol ring here, but only 4 make the ring complete.
We need the inside. No, it's not this inside.
Quick, move it.
Natty's tactics are to work with Katie, a familiar teammate who has already proved herself at the puzzle. James has gone for different tactics and has decided to work with a new teammate, Lizzie. Which choice will win and get to play for an advantage from the fortune hunter?
Done. Stop the clock. That's it. Game over. Girls, that has got to have smashed your last record.
Yeah.
That was really quick. Katie, you managed to remember some of the symbols.
Yeah, I remembered a fish in a cloud, and a cloud was in a square. And I remembered from this diamond to here, so...
You remember all of these symbols?
From here all the way around.
Now that's impressive. Well, I can now tell you that you, Team Sting, will be going through to the next round. It's time for the code cracker.
Sting may have mastered the puzzle, but now they must prove themselves in a brand new, tougher trial. As the island makes the adventurer's journey harder and harder, the fortune hunter must consistently prepare them for the tougher challenges to come.
The symbol ring has been placed on a code wheel. Each symbol relates to a letter of the alphabet. Adventurers will be given just one letter that relates to only one symbol. It is then up to them to use the rest of the wheel to spell out a message from the fortune hunter which contains a 3-digit code. Natty and Katie will have 5 minutes to work out the message and win an advantage in the forthcoming island challenge.
Now this is where things are about to get interesting. If you fail to crack the code, you automatically lose, and Team Claw will be declared the winners. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
There must always be one person at the board describing the symbols,
Okay, the first one is this, and it said it equals W.
and one at the wheel identifying the letter that is paired with each symbol.
Here.
Yeah.
This equals W.
Team Sting align the code.
Okay.
Okay.
First one's a lightning.
So lightning, lightning, lightning,
What
lightning.
letter is it?
Lightning cloud is F.
F. Next one is a circle.
Circle. Dark circle is I.
The next one's like the fish slime.
The fish.
The fish, which is the fish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. This one
Yeah.
is R.
Just one wrong letter could throw Sting completely off course.
Square, what?
It's a square S.
Square is S, yeah.
And then the lightning thing. Is that
Lightning.
T?
Lightning cloud. Lightning.
Here.
Um,
T. First. Yeah, C. Now the tooth, the horn tooth.
is E.
Oh, the X.
The what? The L. The X. The X is N.
The lightning again. Oh, it's T.
Yep.
Wait. N, T. Enter. Wait. What's that? A shark. Shark.
Shark is O.
O. You say O?
Yes.
Katie is racing ahead by working out that some of the symbols appear more than once, so he's saving time by filling them in. Clever tactics.
Is T. What's a pyramid?
Pyramid. What's a pyramid look like?
3D pyramid.
Pyramid.
This one.
Is that the pyramid?
Yeah.
H.
3. F. O. Snake.
Snake. Snake is L.
L. O. W. No. The cap W. Horn is E. Diamond. What's diamond?
Diamond. Diamond is D.
D.
Yep.
Mountain.
Mountain. What's it? Oh, 3 mountains.
the spikes?
Look, you saw me now. Stop.
Okay.
B. Mountains B.
Where are you up to? B?
Yeah.
Yep. Shell.
The shell. Which one?
Spiked one.
Why?
Yeah. That little lightning bolt.
The lightning bolt. The lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. T.
The one with the cloud.
W.
Yeah. Okay. This one.
S. E. Oh, what's that little shape with that one?
The eye.
Quick.
With everything seemingly going smoothly, Katie accidentally pulls the wheel out of sync. Will she notice her mistake?
V.
V? Sure?
Yeah.
You just spun it though.
The code is back in place, but has this cost them vital seconds?
E.
The square. Come on.
N. The square. Sevens.
Okay. First enter 1, 3, followed by 2 sevens. 1, 3.
1.
No. One number 3.
3.
Followed. It's the one number 3, followed by 2 sevens. Yeah. Yes. Finish.
And stop the game!
Sting have cracked the code. 377 is correct. The code is attached to another of the fortune hunter's treasured relics, the mystical filing cabinet. It only materializes when a team has deciphered its code. Within it is a precious Island Challenge advantage. Sting's hard-won winning code of 377 has unlocked it.
Congratulations. In the first round, the team captains will go head-to-head. My Island Challenge advantage for you is a 10-second head start in the Flight of Fear.
10 seconds is a big head start. How do you guys feel about that, Team Sting? Very happy? Team Claw. 10 seconds. You're going to have to work even harder. Do you think you can do it?
Yeah, definitely. To be fair, we're not. It's going to be a close thing, no matter what. It doesn't matter if they have an advantage. It just means we have to work close as well.
Yeah. I'm going to help them as much as I can and just make sure they're all giving 200% instead of 100%.
200% from Team Claw, please. In that case, Team Sting, congratulations. We wish you luck. Team Claw, we wish you 200% more luck.
Okay, thanks.
Now, for the first time, the island is going to make the new team's captains go head-to-head to try to win the advantage for their teammates when they compete for the latest island treasure in round 2. So now Sting's captain Natty is going to be battling Claw's captain James. This is the first time they're representing their new teams, but we've seen them giving it their all in the boys versus girls challenges. Natty was one of the girls' most physical adventurers and one of the sharpest critics of the boys too.
I think he's ordering them around too much. They're doing their best.
Has she got what it takes to beat James here? He played a crucial role in the boys, always cheering the others on.
Come on, guys!
And proving a great team player himself. But how will he cope as a solo competitor? Plus, don't forget, both Natty and James had the skills to come out on top in the divider. But there can only be one winner here, so who will win the advantage for their team in round 2? They've never before battled one-on-one without the support of their teammates. And there has never been so much pressure put on the adventurers. This is huge. And here's what the captains are going to be facing. This is Flight of Fear. In the forest clearing are some of the tallest trees on the island, and Natty and James are going to have to climb up the fixed ladders attached to one of these trees before swinging across to angled cable ladders to collect giant cogs. They then have to deliver these cogs into collection tubs at the base of the tree, and the captain who gets all 8 of their cogs in their tub first wins. If a cog hits the ground, it's out of play. And if a captain completely loses momentum and can't reach either of the ladders, they'll be lowered all the way back down, which will be a real waste of time. Plus, as Team Sting won the code cracker, Natty has a 10-second head start. Will it be enough to ensure victory in the first Sting versus Claw Island Challenge? And remember, what's at stake is an advantage for the teams in the second round, when they clash to try to win the latest island treasure.
Guys, welcome to the Flight of Fear and the Forest Clearing. Are you ready for today's island challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first time it's been 1 versus 1. You're a little bit nervous?
A little bit.
A little bit. Maybe a bit, maybe nervous about the height. Just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit though.
Really? But you're not going to let it get to you?
No way.
James, how about you? Do you think you'll be able to conquer the Flight of Fear?
I should be. I don't usually climb up ladders. I usually climb up the trees, but yeah, I should be quite good at it.
And James, you could do really well, but Natty still has a 10-second head start. Do you think you'll be able to make the most of that, Natty?
Yeah, I hope I will. I'm pretty sure though I'll be able to use it to my advantage. So.
And James, are you confident that you'll be able to catch Natty up?
Yeah.
We'll see.
OK, let's have a look at what they're playing for.
Island treasures are vital to the adventurers and key to the success of Sting and Claw.
The more treasures they are awarded, the greater the advantage they will gain in the final race to release the fortune hunter spirit and escape.
The island's 6th treasure is the butterfly and represents change. The adventurers have gone from boys and girls to Sting and Claw. And they must embrace this change, like the journey of the chrysalis to fully fledged butterfly.
Sting hold 3 island treasures and Claw have 2. The pressure is on Claw to win today and equalise, otherwise Sting will create a clear lead.
Natty, you have a 10-second advantage, so we'll start with you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, go!
Now, can she make this head start count?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. James, off you go!
Go, James! Come on, James!
Natty's already across. She's got 1 cog, so that 10 seconds equaled a cog.
But she's got to get it into the tub. Oh, but James is swinging over. And yes, he's got his first cog. But Natty's there and she's dropping hers in. Yes! That's first score to Sting.
Come on, Natty, come on, come on!
But Claw needs James to keep the pace up. He can't let Natty get too far ahead. And the cog's safely in.
Run up that ladder, go, go, go!
Well, Eleanor, he needs to because Natty's already swinging across to her second cog.
Come on, Natty, come on!
Still, James has made good time up the ladder and he's getting across too.
Go, 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 go! Yes! Woo! Come on, James!
This is so close.
Down, 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 down.
Who's going to get down first?
Down, down, down.
Oh, it's James. Oh, but Natty's only just behind him.
Come on, Natty!
Interesting, James always goes right down to the bottom and places it in. But I tell you what, he's a lot quicker than Natty is.
But can he keep this speed up?
No!
Oh, no!
He's got to go back and swing again.
This could be a great opportunity for Natty. Yes!
Natty's ahead again. James is struggling with that 3rd cog.
Ah! Oh, but he's grabbed the ladder. Now can he get the cog?
Down, down, down.
Yes, he's got it.
Go, 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 James!
That's Natty's 3rd cog in, but James is scampering back down just seconds behind her with his 3rd. It's in.
Yeah!
Now, they both started really strongly, really quickly, but will they start to feel it later on?
Well, Natty's not showing any signs of fatigue yet. That was a hugely confident leap.
James going as fast as he can. It's getting frantic now, but Natty's still in the lead.
James could really do with a quick grab here. Oh, no! Well, that's Natty's 4th cog in, but James is struck. Whoa! At last, he's got it, but he's slipped massively behind now.
Wow!
Natty's looking determined, and at around the halfway point of this first ever Sting versus Claw one-on-one, she's definitely in the lead. But that's James down and his 4th cog in. He's so fast on the ladders. But here comes Natty. No! She's got to kick herself back on, and James is diving out again. Oh no, he swung out too low. He's wasted time there, but Natty's losing all momentum.
Can she get it? Oh, Natty's in no man's land. This could be disastrous for Natty.
But James has swung higher and got his 5th cog so quickly.
Go down, go down, go, go, go!
This is where James could take the lead. It's really neck and neck, exciting stuff.
Oh yes, Natty's back on.
They're at the exact same point now. Who's going to get this cog in next?
Well, Natty's just crept into the lead, but this could go either way.
Natty's first in there.
That was her 5th cog, but James is so close behind getting his 5th one in. And he is absolutely zooming up the ladder.
3 cogs left for Natty and James to get each. This is so close.
And it's getting so high as well. Surely it must be almost impossible to keep focused when you're way up there among the treetops.
James is the first one back onto the ladder, but Natty's there. James has lost control, and so has Natty. This is anyone's game.
Which of them will build enough momentum to get back on the ladder first? Oh, it's Natty! Now James is back too. The new teams desperately want the first Sting versus Claw victory, but cheering is all they can do. The captains are battling on their own. That was Natty's 6th cog in, but James is not giving up.
And it's popped his in. 2 cogs left for each. We're going for another swing.
Claw's captain is first to leap.
Oh, but James missed. What a disaster.
Especially because Natty made it. She's climbing up for that cog, but James is utterly floundering. How frustrating for him and his team. Weak return swing from Natty. No surprise she didn't make it, but it's not what Sting were looking for. Still, James is being lowered to ground level now. Once you lose all your swing, there's no way you can reach the ladder. So he had to go right down to climb up again. That was a proper time waster. Can Natty grab the ladder now? Oh, nearly, but no. And she can't get back to that side either. James must be exhausted, but somehow he's managing to keep moving ultra fast.
James has got it.
That's his 7th cog, and he's racing down with it, just as Natty has to be lowered. It's an epic waste of time for Sting. But at last, she's got her 7th cog in, nudging her back into the lead. But with James so close behind, she can't afford to take anything like as long with her final cog. Oh, and that's his 7th in. And so now it's a straight race to see who can get their final cog in quicker. And James is definitely climbing much faster. He's already caught Natty up. Oh, but she's first to swing. Now James.
Come on, James!
Their teams are absolutely screaming for them to win. It's Sting against Claw. It's James against Natty.
She's swinging back. No, but she can't make it. This could be a disaster for Sting.
Oh, so close. It's agonising for Natty. James is going down. This is for the last cog.
And it's for the first Sting versus Claw victory. Can Natty do anything now to pull this back? Oh, she's going for the drop. No! Her cog's bounced out, and that means James can toss his in to take this for Claw.
The winner is James. That was amazing stuff.
Heartbreak for Natty and Team Sting. Jubilation for James and Team Claw. And it's great to see them be so sporting, but Natty must be really disappointed her long cog drop didn't pay off.
I just knew I had to take that risk, because if it had, we would have won, but I wouldn't have made it down if I'd tried anyway. So I knew that it was either that or finish the game with that cog and still in my hand and not have done anything about it.
I don't think Natty deserved to get beaten because she did really well, but I mean, she was really unlucky that I beat her right on the last one. That's the first challenge we've done so far, and we've won.
Well, James, Natty and you did seem really evenly matched, with both of you pulling off some great swings and both of you struggling at times too. Natty began with the head start, but the lead changed back and forth throughout the challenge, thanks in part to some extremely fast ladder climbing from James. Natty was just ahead as they both raced for their last cogs, and it was the worst possible moment for her to lose her momentum. She pluckily tried for a long-distance drop, but the cog bounced out, allowing James to nab the win. And so that means it's Team Claw who'll have the advantage when the teams compete for their latest all-important island treasure, the silver butterfly, in round 2.
Guys, my nerves are wrecked. What a game. That was so close. Because you went right down to the bottom to place it in, and Natty, I saw him, and I thought, oh, James has won this. And then you went for the throw, but it bounced out. So the winners of that round were Team Claw. Yes! Well done, Team Claw. That means that you guys are going to go first in round 2, and you'll have an advantage. You'll have a spare cog. So that means that when you're throwing them down, if one bounces out, you'll have another cog to play with. Yeah, but first, I need you to pick your 2 teammates to play this challenge. Claw, we're going to start with you, James.
The captains now have to decide who will play in the next round. In Claw, James is struggling with his choice, and his teammates aren't making it any easier.
You have to pick the, not just your friends and who hasn't done it.
Yeah, you said that last time when I picked you for the thing. You always say that.
Yeah, okay. I think you should choose someone who hasn't done this. Don't know.
What will he do?
I want Lizzie because she's tall, and I think that's a good advantage when you're doing all of these things. But I think I'm going to go with Zach.
That's quite interesting. I'm surprised you picked a girl and a boy, because I thought you might have stuck with what you knew and gone with 2 boys.
Yeah.
But that's interesting, you're kind of mixing it up. That's good, okay. I'm going to come to Team Sting next. Natty, I want you to pick 2 teammates for the next round.
Well, this is quite difficult because I know everyone really wants to go up. Katie's really, really strong, so I'm going to go with her. Okay. Oh, but I don't know who to pick next. I just think I'm going to have to go with Peter. I'm sorry, Jordan. I really knew you wanted to.
Well, I cannot wait for round 2, which is going to be coming up soon.
Still to come, James has creeping doubts about the decision he's just made.
I think I might have accidentally made the wrong choices.
There's no let-up as Sting and Claw go head-to-head in the second fearsome round of Flight of Fear.
Claw are desperate to win and take the Butterfly Island treasure.
But Sting will be no pushover.
It's all coming up. So, Jubilant Claw are back at camp, having won the advantage, and Captain James should be in high spirits. However, he's having nagging doubts about his choices for the impending second round of the Island Challenge.
When we were choosing people, it was a bit pressurised because I was trying to pick good people, but then people who wanted to do it as well, trying to mix it up together. I want Lizzie because she's tall, and I think that's a good advantage when you're doing all of these things. But then there was Zach, who I thought would be very good at it, and who wanted to do it as well. But then Dylan wanted to do it as well. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to pick Zach or Dylan.
Zach put a bit of pressure on James. So then James ended up choosing Zach, even though he wasn't really into choosing him. Like, he would have preferred Dylan, I believe.
I think I'm going to go with Zach.
I didn't force James at all to pick me. I told him I'm up for it and I think I'd be good for it.
I do mind that today I wasn't chosen as the person to be selected to do the challenge, and maybe next time the team captain will just, you know, go with their instinct and pick whoever they think will do their best.
I think I'm going to go with, but now thinking back to it, I might have gone for Dylan. I think I might have accidentally made the wrong choices.
Only time will tell who will take the island treasure as Sting and Claw take on the second round of the Island Challenge.
In round 2, the Islanders for the first time setting Sting and Claw against each other as teams to try to win the latest all-important island treasure. Because the adventurers took the island treasures they'd won in the boys versus girls challenges with them into the new teams, as it stands, Sting have 3 treasures while Claw have just 2. It's amazingly close, and so both teams will be doing everything they can to win here and add the silver butterfly to their treasure trove. Which means there's immense pressure on Katie and Peter for Sting as they take on Lizzie and Zach for Claw in round 2 of Flight of Fear. Amongst the tallest trees on the island, one team member will have to climb up an angled cable ladder, collecting giant cogs one at a time before passing them to their teammate who's climbing a matching cable ladder on the other side of the forest clearing. And to make these passes, the adventurers are going to have to swing towards each other, so this is going to be an immense test of coordination and communication, as well as a huge physical challenge. Once the cog's been passed across, the second team member has to deliver it into the collection tub at the base of their angled ladder. If a cog hits the ground, it's out of play. And if an adventurer completely loses momentum and can't reach either ladder, they'll be lowered right the way down. A real waste of time. Both teams have 8 minutes to deliver as many cogs as possible, and whoever has the most cogs in their tub when their time runs out, wins. Sting start with 9 cogs on their ladder, but because James won round 1, Claw have 10, meaning they have the potential to score more. Will this be decisive, or can Sting power their way to glory here? With the latest island treasure, the silver butterfly up for grabs, you just know both teams are going to give it 100%.
Sting and Claw, welcome to round 2, a Flight of Fear. Your captains played in round 1 and it was full of so much drama, weren't it? Are you ready for round 2?
Yeah.
Are you a little bit scared?
No.
Lizzie, what makes you so confident?
I'm just not scared of the heights.
Okay, no one's scared of heights here.
No.
Now, Team Claw, you're going to be going first and you have got the advantage in this round. Team Sting had it in last round though and they didn't capitalise on that. You think you'll be able to capitalise on having an extra cog?
We don't need it. We'll get all of them in, hopefully. So.
You don't reckon you need it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's hope we need it. Let's hope we don't need it, but I'm sure Lizzie will keep a steady aim and, yeah.
Well, let battle commence for round 2.
First up, Team Claw, and they're in position for the game. Zach's ready to climb up to collect the cogs and pass them over to Lizzie, who'll drop them into the tub.
Zach and Lizzie of Team Claw, are you ready?
Yeah!
3, 2, 1, go!
And they're off.
Remember, the boys and the girls haven't worked together in an island challenge yet. This is the first time we're going to see if they can work together well.
And we're going to see it in a challenge which is the ultimate test of teamwork and communication.
Keep going, Lizzie.
Yes. We're going to the top one first.
Interesting technique. They're going for the top cog first.
And this could be a clever tactic, heading up to where the distance between the ladders is shortest.
Guys, you've got to talk to each other. Communicate.
Come on, Lizzie. Come on, Zach.
Well, Zach's nearly at the top of the ladder now, more than 10 metres off the ground. Amazing!
Ready?
Okay, here we go. It's the top cog, the first cog.
And he's got it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
So they're going for their first swing.
Oh, and they missed, so they're going to have to try again.
They need to be a whole lot closer than that. Oh!
Lizzie, you need to go up.
Zach, go down.
Zach, go down or Lizzie, go up. Wait, keep one good.
Just throw it instead. Just throw it. I'll catch it. Yeah.
Can this possibly work? He's going for it. Oh no!
That's 1 cog down, but remember, Team Claw do have a spare cog, so they've still got the full 9 cogs that they can try and get.
Don't do that again. That was a spare. Do not do that again.
But will Zach listen to Eleanor here?
Yes, Anna.
That's great. They've got the first cog. Great work there by Zach and Lizzie. Great teamwork.
At last, they managed to transfer a cog, and they do so in style, with a terrific mid-swing throw from Zach, followed by a brilliant catch from Lizzie just as she turns back to the ladder. It's That's great stuff, but now she needs to get it into the tub ASAP.
Could this be the first cog? And it's a success. One cog is in the basket.
But it's taken them more than 3 minutes. They really need to speed up, and that's going to be hard work if they stick to the plan of going for the highest cogs. Lizzie's got to climb so far back up the ladder.
Bit higher. Don't throw it, okay?
Yeah, just throw it.
No, don't throw it, no!
No, swing, 3, 2, 1.
Well, they're going for another swing. Oh, no throw, and Zach just didn't get enough momentum.
It's really tough because it's about coordination as well. They've both got to leave it at the same time.
No! Well, they're going again.
Throw!
Oh, no! Zach didn't let go.
Come here, okay, Israel! Go up and swing out, don't!
You have to throw it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Throw!
Oh no, that's another cog that's been wasted by Team Claw.
This is bad news for Claw. Zach threw the cog well, but it slipped between Lizzie's fingers and plummeted down to the ground. The rest of their team had been frantically shouting at them not to go for the throw. Did Lizzie and Zach ignore them, or was the advice just lost in a wall of noise? Either way, it means they've got less than half their time left, and they've still only got one cog in the tub.
Zach, you need to push harder off the ladder. Zach, are you listening?
He's not going to listen, dude.
No, he's not listening to what we're saying.
No.
This is tough. I think Team Claw are starting to panic a little bit.
Go. You have to throw it. Doesn't matter. Just throw it.
Zach, you need to push harder.
Okay, mate. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Well, they're going for another pass. And yes, she's got it.
Lizzie, a great catch there and a good throw by Zach. She's got to get down now. Remember, it doesn't count until it's in the basket.
And it's such a long climb down to it too. Claw are working so hard here. Lizzie's nearly at the bottom, but she can't afford to take any risks here. Yes, it's in! That's Claw's second cog in the tub, but they've only got just over a minute and a half left. Zach and Lizzie are both hauling themselves up their ladders. This must be utterly exhausting.
Lizzie, keep going up.
I can't. My fingers hurt.
Oh no!
Lizzie's fingers are hurting. She's really struggling now.
She has to do so much climbing to keep going so far up.
Lizzie, you have to go higher, otherwise you're not going to be close enough.
I can't.
A really tough challenge, this. Round 2 is proving to be very difficult.
But if Claw want to win the latest island treasure, they have absolutely got to drive themselves on here.
3, 2, 1.
Another swing!
No!
Oh no, they've dropped another cog. The rest of Team Claw will not be happy about that.
Lizzie couldn't climb any higher, so Zach had to pass the cog down to her. If he'd have thrown a moment earlier, it might have worked, but as it was, she was already swinging back to the ladder, leaving the cog frustratingly uncatchable. But with less than 30 seconds left, have they got time to get another cog across and all the way down into the tub?
3.
Could this be their last swing? Oh, what a catch! Amazing work from Lizzie, but there's just seconds left on the clock. Oh, it looks like she's going for the drop. Yes! Oh, no!
3, 2, 1. That's it. That's game over for Team Claw.
A heartbreaking moment for Claw. And they are gutted.
Really disappointed. I think Lizzie did really try her best, you know, her catching and throwing skills are really good, but I don't know if I could do any better.
Our communication skills between me and Lizzie were good, but our communication between us two to those three was appalling.
Well, you're being a bit tough on yourself there, Zach. This was a valiant effort from you and Lizzie. They swung bravely and made some impressive swaps, though if they had been more in sync with each other, they could have made even more. Nonetheless, they managed to end up with 2 cogs in the tub, So that's the target Sting have got to try to beat. And they're up next.
Team Sting, are you ready?
Ready!
In 3, 2, 1, go!
And they're off. And they're racing up there.
So let's see if Sting can work as a team better than Claw. They're going for a different technique. Remember, Team Claw went right to the top.
You ready?
But these guys are starting lower. That could make the difference.
A big swing, ready? Careful, don't let go of this car. Ready? 3, 2, 1, swing!
They're going for their first swing. Can they make the pass? Oh, no! Peter and Katie seem to be communicating well and swing together at just the right time, but Katie fumbles the catch, and so the cog plummets down to the ground. Bad news.
I remember, these guys have only got 9 cogs to play with. They haven't got that extra cog.
Remember, careful!
Ready?
There are so many things at work here. They've got to be quick, they've got to be accurate, they've got to be strong, and they've got to have balance.
3, 2, 1.
Here they go again.
Oh! Keep it.
Good work by Katie. She told Peter to keep the cog. She wasn't sure she was going to get it.
Grab.
Peter's swinging wildly,
Ready, Peter, 1.
but Katie's taking control.
Swing!
Oh, he's late for the swing. They're going for it. Yes! A great catch from Katie this time. Oh, but Peter's out of control.
No!
Slowly, don't throw it and don't touch the floor.
Well, she's carefully lowering it down into the tub. And yes!
Next one, come on, Katie!
You've got to get back up there. Remember, the higher up they go, the more difficult it becomes.
Team Claw are already looking worried, but impressively, the heights don't seem to be bothering Katie or Peter at all.
3, 2, 1, swing!
Another swing. Oh!
They're being very careful and cautious, Team Sting. Quite interesting. They don't want to waste any cogs. They haven't got as many to play with.
Ready? Swing!
They're going again, straight away. Oh, no!
Oh, so close, Peter!
This is one of those games that is so much harder than it looks.
Swing!
Here they go again. And this time, they made it look easy. But Katie's still got to get back onto the ladder and deliver the cog into the collection tub while Peter climbs up to collect the next cog. Great teamwork.
Oh, my God.
And Katie's getting into position now. The rest of Sting look concerned, but here she goes for the drop. Yes, it's in! So with just under half their time left, Sting have matched Claw's final score. Now, can they do even better? Peter's poised with another cog, set to swing when Katie's climbed back up.
Ready, Katie? 3, 2, 1, swing!
They're going in again, looking good. Oh!
Good. Okay, you're close, guys.
Oh no, Peter didn't get a hold of the ladder. He's wasting valuable time now.
Okay, ready? Peter!
Yes, he's back, and he's in position to try again.
1, swing!
She's counted them in for another swing, and what a catch!
Katie! Come on, Katie!
Oh no! She's lost all momentum. Nightmare!
Katie trying to reach and she's just missing out.
I can't reach the tree either.
And that means she's going to have to be lowered all the way down. How frustrating! And of course, that cog goes out of play.
They need one more on the beaten Team Claw.
But they've only got just over a minute and a half left, and each and every climb back up is more and more exhausting for Katie.
3, 2, 1, swing!
Oh, and they're swinging out again, and the throw, yes!
Katie's caught it. All she has to do is get down that ladder.
But at this stage in the game, that's much harder than it looks. This is really draining work.
Katie going down. They're working great together, these two. Katie and Peter never worked together before. Before they were rivals. Now they're teammates.
And it seems to be getting results.
Mom!
She's carefully going for the drop.
Come on, Katie!
And yes!
Come on, Katie!
So that's 3 cogs in the tub, and it means Sting are the winners here. But have they realised?
They're not completely sure how many cogs Team Claw got, so they're going to want to make sure.
They're keeping going, but there's so little time left.
20 seconds left now.
1, 2, 3.
Here they go once again, and they look shattered. Oh, but that's a great catch.
They've got another cog. Can they get it in before the time's up?
It's going to be really tough. Katie looks so tired.
3, 2, 1. She's dropped it, and it's gone in.
What a drop, and what a finish from Katie. But how was Flight of Fear for Team Sting?
The hardest part, I think, was when you had to release the cog. I'm happy that on the last 20 seconds, I listened to my team to just drop it.
And it's a good thing you did, Katie, because it sealed the deal on a hugely impressive turn from you and Peter, which really showed up the contrasts between the teams. Where Team Claw went for the highest cogs, causing Lizzie to have to climb up and down, exhausting her, which really ate into their time, Team Sting went for the lower, quicker to deal with cogs. Where Claw became exasperated with Zach and Lizzie not communicating well enough,
Talk to each other.
Team Sting must have been delighted to see Katie and Peter working so well together. And where Claw dropped 3 cogs and had 1 bounce out of their tub, Sting only dropped 1 cog and lost another when Katie had to be lowered down to the ground. So it all added up to a comfortable 4-2 win for Team Sting in this first Sting versus Claw Island Challenge. And it means they will collect the latest island treasure, the silver butterfly.
Whoa, thrills and spills galore. That looked like one of the toughest challenges yet. Guys, was that pretty difficult?
Yeah, it looked easy, but it really, really wasn't. It was, and especially my hands were okay because I didn't have to do as much as Lizzie, but Lizzie's hands have got blisters on. The amount of going up and down she had to do must have really killed.
Of course, yeah, I didn't even think about that, because you didn't have to go up and down as many times, did you? And Lizzie, you were up and down so quickly as well. I mean, what was difficult for you?
Just the holding on to it, because the ladder's moving around.
Right, so it's all about the balance. But who won today's Island Challenge, the first challenge between Sting and Claw? We're going to find out at tonight's Island Fire. Sorry, guys.
Captain James takes a moment to analyse what went wrong for Team Claw.
Zach, go down.
Zach, go down or Lizzie go up.
Oh, no!
I think it all went wrong by communication because right before they started counting down to go, he said, right, Lizzie, we're going right to the top. And I was like, what are you doing?
Lizzie, should we go to the top one first?
I don't think he did it on purpose. I think he might have misunderstood. Because I said, well, why don't you go about there-ish and then work your way down? And I think he might have thought that I was pointing to the top.
Lizzie, you have to go up!
Zach, go down!
Zach, go down or Lizzie, go up!
They were screaming it like anything, and it was so loud, and all of them were speaking at once. It was confusing. I had to shout down and then up, and then I had to also communicate with Lizzie.
Zach, you need to push harder! Okay, mate?
You're trying to listen, but you're also trying to get the clog as well.
You have to go higher!
Lizzie, you have to go higher, otherwise you're not going to be close enough.
What we were trying to do was swing down and then Zach drop it, and then I catch it below him. But then the rest of the team didn't seem to agree, like they didn't understand the concept of what was happening.
Okay, shut up! Go up and swing out!
James isn't very happy, and I think James is feeling a bit upset with his choices, and I think he's feeling a bit down because he doesn't think he did well as a captain, which he did. He did do well.
I think Zach might be like he lost the challenge today and he really thinks it was himself that did it, but I don't. That's how the cookie crumbles. It doesn't always work the way you want it to work.
James and Zach meet up at the Rusty Card to discuss the Island Challenge.
James, you know at the end when I sort of felt like you and Dylan were sort of really mad at me. Were you, or were you just concentrating on the game, or what?
We were a bit mad at you because you seem to be doing one thing, but then it looks much easier than it actually is.
You know how I was telling you I'll be perfect for that challenge?
Yeah,
because
it's much
it
harder.
looks perfect. It looked like it was perfect for me, but it just wasn't.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I think that's why we were a bit mad, but we weren't really mad at you. We were just like, I would say, a bit argumentative about it because we thought we could have done better. But it really looks really easy, but that's how the island does it.
Should we just move on from this and set it aside now?
Yeah.
Deal?
Friends.
The dust has settled and the adventurers are about to find out who has won today's challenge at the Island Fire. The only place where the island will communicate directly with the teams.
Team Sting, how was your first day together as a team?
Brilliant, amazing.
Jeremy, what was so good about it?
Because we all really bonded really quickly, and it was faster than we expected. We've got to a point where we have trust in everyone now.
So it looks like Team Sting are bonding. How about Team Claw? It was a tough island challenge today, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We bonded, but a loss in one way is a win because we win the knowledge of how to work better in a team.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Positive thinking.
Yeah.
Today, both teams took part in Flight of Fear. As you know, only one team can be the winner, and only the island knows who that winner is. The team that beat the island in Flight of Fear is... Sting! Yes!
Well done, Sting.
Congratulations, guys. Nice surprise.
Yeah.
Well, not only have you won the Island Challenge, you've also won the Butterfly. It represents your change and your growth on the island. However, only one of you can own the Butterfly.
That's right, and that treasure will go to the adventurer you think was your most valuable teammate.
Every night at the Island Fire, only one adventurer from the winning team can be awarded the treasure. But what is the true significance of these treasures? The island knows but will not let on. Just yet.
You don't mind, do you, Peter?
I already have one.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got the scorpion. Thank you.
So, guys, you've had a talk. Who have you voted for?
Katie.
Katie, why have you chosen Katie?
She was up and down that ladder so fast today. We're all so proud of her and we think she did such a good job, so...
Great job.
Well, Katie, congratulations. Step forward. You've been voted the most valuable adventurer. Well, so far, Stinger in the lead with 4 island treasures. Claw only have 2. Who would you like to see win the next island treasure?
You can catch all the action online now. We'll see you next time on Escape from Scorpion Island. Bye.
Next time, Captain for Claw Eleanor faces the toughest battle she's ever had to bring a treasure home for her team.
I'd really like to wipe the smiles off Sting's faces.
But Captain Jeremy is determined to cement Sting's lead.
I'm going to lead them to victory. Not Claw, obviously.
The Sting and Claw rivalry is about to reach boiling point.
I just said that we have better teamwork and communication. How do you know you have better? Because we're winning all the challenges.